Greetings, colleagues. My name is Jakes, the co-founder and CEO of Jakes Humility Investment CC. I'm on a journey to inspire, educate, and encourage small business owners and those that are looking forward to starting a small business with my experience and knowledge that I have gained within my 5 years of trading as a small business enterprise. So, as promised in our previous video, which was on the importance of the business entity principle, that our next topic was gonna be every dollar makes a difference. We are here. Let's dive in it. If I have 999,999, am I a millionaire? The answer is no. Why? Because I'm still a $1 away from being a millionaire. And that's why every dollar makes a difference. A dollar separates 1,000 from a million. Likewise, does a dollar separate 100 from 1,000? So let me give you a scenario. Let me say, for instance, the bank that you bank with is partnering up with a certain company, and that certain company wants to award 2 or 3 millionaires that are actually banking at that bank. So the bank goes through their system and they just find, let me say, 3 millionaires, but then they need 5 millionaires to compete for this tender. So this tender will actually be awarded to 3 millionaires only. So they go through their system and they just find 4 millionaires and they actually need of 1 millionaire. So they look at the person with the highest amount of money below $1 million in their account. So they see your name. Let me say, for instance, you have 950,000. So they give you a phone call, assuming that you might be having money with you, being that you're a businessman or woman. So they give you a phone call. And they give you 5 minutes to be at the bank. You rush home, you take all the money that you have. Get to the bank, you're in the meeting. Your money is calculated. You have only 999,999. You are missing a $1 to have $1 million. Let me say, for instance, the policy strictly says that these tender will be awarded to millionaires only. Do you think that tender will be awarded to you as well? So that's when you realize the importance of a dollar. Let me give you another scenario. Let me say you go to a shop hoping that you will get bread that costs $9. You go there, you find the bread costing $10. Take that bread and go to the till and see if you will come out with that bread. You will only come out with that bread if you find a good Samaritan there that will add for you that $1. And if that person is strict, you will have to come out of the shop and look for someone that will help you with that $1. I've experienced this. So the moment of you being at the till and sorting that $1, that's when you will see the importance of $1. Another scenario. Let me say, for instance, you have $500 and someone comes to you asking for $200 million. That's actually a lot of money, right? But let someone come to you asking for $1. You're more likely to give that $1. Okay? The second person comes, more likely to give that $1. The third person comes, more likely to give that $1, right? So let's say we get to 50 people. You already start to see the change. And you start to measure the value that you're actually losing. Let's say we go up to 100 people. Just giving a $1, right? You see the value that you are losing just by giving a $1. So you won't feel the pain of giving a $1, but then you will feel the pain of giving $100. So why am I speaking about the value of $1? The reason is because of the bad habit that is in business owners, the habit of taking the business money for their personal use. We take small money because we don't value it, thinking that it won't affect our businesses. When I started my business, I used to use on a daily basis $20 because that amount of money was small. It will not affect my business. But let me say, for instance, if my business, my small business, on a monthly base we make around, let me say for instance, 2,000, let me say in profits, and on a daily base I'm using $20. So on a monthly base I'm actually using $600, right? So when I'm actually busy taking this $20 in a day, I'm not really, seeing the harm that I'm causing to the business until month end, when I have to add up all the money that I used. And this is probably the same mistakes that some of you guys are doing, or some of you guys are about to start doing, those of you guys that are actually looking forward to doing business. So this habit grows. So when I started, it was $20, but when the business grew, I moved from $20 to at least using $100. Not necessarily on a daily basis, but a lot of times, if I have to take money from the business, it's at least $100. So it's a habit that I developed throughout. I got used to it. I got used to taking that little money that I thought would not harm the business, and I went on with that habit. In many occasions or times, when I come to counting the business money, I regret having touched the business money, because when you add up all that money that you have taken from the business, that's when you really see the harm that you have caused to the business. So in conclusion, I would like to say, value every dollar that comes in the business. The business money is not yours. As a business owner, you should pay yourself a salary. And our next video will be on differentiating between doing business for survival, doing business for growth, and doing business for survival with a mindset of growth. Do the needful. Reshare the video so that the next person can pick up 1 or 2 points. Tango.